Welcome and good morning. It is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, 100.3 Cincy's R&B station, and 1230 The Buzz. I am Queen Miss Ebony J, and if you've never listened to Community Conversations, this is where we come to talk about nonprofits and all the amazing things that they're doing to not only help our community, but make sure that you're informed about the resources that are around you. Today, I'm super excited because I have in here with me the queen that's behind our tribe, Miss Jocelyn Okadudu. How are you, beautiful?
I am doing so good, Ebony. Thank you for having me.
Look, it's always good to talk to my queen, okay? You are out here in the community truly making a difference. And what I love about you is it doesn't matter what the cause is, like you're a part of it. Women empowerment, like that's your niche. And then recently I've learned about other organizations that you're a part of. And I'm just like, oh, I got to bring my queen back on to talk to me. So let's talk about our tribe.
Yeah, so our tribe is an organization and it was created by me, Jocelyn Okadudu, and a woman named Latanya Chichester. And we are both autism moms. We both have children who have autism. And so we really felt that there was a need for the Black autism community to kind of rise up and to make sure that people know that we're here. We need support and we also need community with each other. And so we applied for a grant last year through the United Way. We got it and we've been out here in these streets ever since.
Hold on. So what made you two come together? Were you like just kind of venting and talking about what some struggles were and you launched? Like, how did that come about?
You know what? It was such an interesting, it's like funny how God works. So about 10 years ago, Latanya and I worked at Children's Hospital as health unit coordinators. So, and I had known her then, and I hadn't even had my son yet, but she had her daughter and was going through some things with her daughter's diagnosis that I had no idea that she was going through. And then when my son was diagnosed about 5 years ago, about 6 years ago now, it was a dark time for me. It was really, really dark. It was devastating news. I didn't know anybody who had autism. I didn't know anybody to talk to. And so I'm on Facebook, like making this desperate post on Facebook, and she just happened to see it, and she invited me to Panera over on Witten Road to talk to me. And I'm not even gonna say like it was all better after that, but she gave me a lot of hope. She gave me at least one other person who I knew was like living the life that I was living. And so we kind of kept in touch, Facebook keeping in touch, like I see you girl and I see you over there. And then when I got it in my head to apply for the Black and Empowerment Works program, I literally Facebook messaged her at like midnight on a random night. And I'm like, girl, we got to do this. And we did it. And it's been going ever since.
So what have you noticed, like really working with her and talking with her? What have you noticed that parents that have kids with autism, what do they struggle with the most?
I mean, it's so much struggle. It's so much struggle. Like when you get the diagnosis, they give you this big packet that tells you everything that you would ever want to not know about your kid, all the ways in which they are deficient, and then they send you on your way. And you're trying to realize, like, what does this mean? What does this mean for my child? What does this mean for my family? What does it mean for me and my life as well? And then also, what do I do to help my baby? Like, what type of therapies? What type of school? What can I do? So I think that navigating the diagnosis and figuring out what type of therapies can help your child is one of the struggles of families. But also, I would say the isolation. You don't understand unless you really understand. And so that is why one of the big focuses of our tribe is just to build that community. Like, we don't have to be alone. There's so many of us out here, and we need to start linking arms and working together so that we can have a community of support for ourselves, for our children, and also so that we can start influencing some changes in our education system, in our healthcare system, in policies that get our children to where they need to be.
Autism is so different. Let me just say that, because people, when I was growing up, my sister's autism, she has autism, but she also has Rett syndrome. I didn't understand it growing up, so people would just call her retarded, and it will tear me up in the inside. And I resented her for how she was for so long. We really had a very bad relationship growing up because I didn't understand why she was how she was. She didn't understand why I was how I was and why I could do things that she couldn't do. So it's very touchy because they're smart. They are super, super smart. They understand what's happening. They have total emotions and they have rights. So, like, just because you, Mama Jocelyn, want to go to the grocery store doesn't mean son
Mm-hmm.
wants to go to the grocery store or daughter wants to go to the grocery store. And I think those are like the common things that people don't see, that those are the challenges that you face. Because like we've been in the grocery store and like boom, she got out the car. But like when we got in there, this is a yelling experience. Because
Mm-hmm.
she's making it very clear. She told us she didn't want to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Now she gonna let the store know the whole time we're shopping. So it's about really having to adapt so that way your child still gets that sense that I can live and my feelings matter and what I want matters. Giving them a voice because some of them are very high functioning and they can talk and tell you what they want and make what they want, and then some need full support and cannot communicate. The nonverbal is even more harder.
I got a couple of things from what you said. I want to first say that I swear, Ebony, I have seen you on Facebook and I have seen how you ride for your sister. It is like every autism parent's dream. Like, it really, like, that's the type of bond I'm trying, that I hope that, and the type of love that I hope that my neurotypical children have for my son Kai. Because I'm telling you, Kai is my boo. And I'm like, I'm always thinking about Kyle, how he's gonna be and who's gonna have hold him down when I'm not here. And so
Yes.
when I see you holding your sister down, I just love to see it so much. But then you also brought another point up, and that is like autism. People who have autism have rights, they have wants, they have desires, they have needs, and that's why it was really important for me to have a community advisory board that not only has people on it, like a lot of parents, like the autism mom, but also has some autistic self advocates. Like, we can't always as
Yes.
parents be making all these decisions for kids. Like, yeah, this was a life altering experience for me, but this is also his and her life. Like, this is their life, and they need to be able to have some say so in it. And I wanted them to have some say so in what we do with our tribe. This is their community, and it was created because they exist. So I'm really glad to hear you say that. Like, they are human beings. Like they are human beings, and they deserve to have independence, a say in their life, and everything else that we do.
Me and my mom, look, she be laughing at me like, girl, it's what I want. I be like, mom,
Mm-hmm.
it's harder when you're the mother. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the most hardest because to you it's like you all will spoil us as much as you can. Like my mom used to wash my clothes. Like she just started washing my clothes when I moved into my house.
Girl.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's how spoiled a mama will do. They will do
Mm-hmm.
whatever they can. But for me, she know I'm working. She know I'm busy. So
Mm-hmm.
she washed the clothes because she know that's the last thing I need to focus on. But just imagine you as a parent, your kid cannot speak or communicate. You're doing the best you can to like guess what they want, guess what they need, and make the best decisions for them. Because
Mm-hmm.
my sister will eat all day. So if
Mm-hmm.
I don't say, Queen, you already had 5 cups of juice and 6 hamburgers, like if I don't run it down and tell her no and why, for her it's like whatever, give me what I want. So we're there to like be their extra support to help them, but make sure that we are genuinely caring. And I
Mm-hmm.
tell people that seriously all the time because we have a lot of people that's doing caregivers. Every time you turn around, somebody's getting certified. But do you love what you do? Are
Exactly.
you passionate and willing to go above and beyond? Because we are not in the house in the summer. We're outside. My sister do not want to sit in the house. And I
Mm-hmm.
got to be creative every day to find a new place to take her, a new park, a new something to do. Those things are so important.
So important that they are not just shut up in the house, that they're out here living life just like we are.
Yes, and it's about figuring out what it is that they like. Like we would never know if you don't try to take them places. I know she
Definitely.
don't like crowds, but she do like to be out. So it's
Mm-hmm.
about just kind of watching them and seeing what they like. Now, if you just tuned in, I'm here talking with the queen behind our tribe, Miss Jocelyn Okwadudu, and she is here representing the tribe of parents with kids that have autism. They also have support. Community Conversations is where we come to talk about nonprofits and the support and resources that they provide. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. You're listening to 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 100.3 Cincy's R&B station, and 101.1 The Woods. Josla, let me ask you this. When the parents come together for our tribe, what are some of the things that you all do to make sure that the parents do have the things that they need?
So whenever that we have events, for one, just us having events is a huge relief for families. Like that's
Talk
what
about that.
Yes, that's what we have. What has been expressed to us, like there is a way, there is a place where I can go and we can be our authentic family self. Like with my child who may actually may do the most, and it's okay because their child may do the most too, and we all understand what's going on here. And so just having that outlet, I think, is a relief for a lot of families. But some other things that we try to do is we have like sensory rooms. Like the first event that we had last December, we got some assistance from Autism Society of Greater Cincinnati, and they offered a sensory room. And I was so, we actually had a family. She was headed on her way out, and I remember those days. Like baby had a meltdown. I am actually having a panic attack right now because I'm so embarrassed, and we gotta go. And we were able to actually stop her at the door and say, "Actually, Mama, we got a room right over there. There's some activities. You can calm down." And she was able to stay much longer in the event than she would have had to otherwise. So because the whole board is full of women and family members who have lived this life, we know exactly what people need. We know exactly what these families need, and we have been trying to give them what they need.
It can be so hard finding child care, safe care, sending them somewhere where somebody's going to be able to support and understand them. So to have events that you can bring your child to, and it's safe and fun, and it's okay if he's jumping, if she's screaming, if she's dancing, it doesn't matter. Everybody understands and they're in their own element. I tell them they have their own personality, so they want to hang out and do what they want to do too. Just because we sit down in structured seats and do what we do, that's what we do. But they got their own world. Let them have they time to enjoy themselves. So I think that's very dope. Now, what are some other things that you all are doing over at our tribe?
So we're actually working on a couple of different things. So we have started having support groups specifically for Black parents and Black caregivers. But what I'm really wanting to lean into is we have just partnered with a professor, or no, I'm sorry, a PhD out of UDBC at Children's Hospital, and we're going to be doing some research. There's a gap in research that focuses and prioritizes the Black experience with autism, and I want our tribe to be a part, like a part of the move toward filling that gap. Like we need a lot more information about what's going on specifically within our community and how we are diagnosed, how we get our treatment, and what our outcomes are. Because right now, Black children, our children face the poorest outcomes from autism, and it shouldn't be so. And then what I'm also looking for is a shifting in systems. There is a reason why the Black autism community has these poor outcomes, and it has to do with racism. It has to do with the devaluation of our lives, that our lives just aren't as important, and it also has to do with the stereotypes that they have for Black people. Like I know that when I voiced my concerns about my son's development for 2 whole entire years before I was listened to. And what research tells us is that the earlier the intervention, the better the outcomes. And so the same way, you know that I work in infant mortality, the same way Black women aren't listened to in the maternal health space, and that can lead to infant death, is the same way Black women aren't listened to in the developmental disability space, and that can lead to poor outcomes for our children. And so I'm really trying to start a movement. I've seen movements happen. I'm trying to start a
Yes.
movement in this city, and it's because I want to put these systems on alert, the education system, the healthcare
Yes.
system, and I want some changes to happen in this city for our families.
Our babies deserve it. Like you said, our families deserve it.
Absolutely.
Everybody else getting it, we want it too. Make sure our babies are good. And we want to grow and develop, and our babies want to live long because our autism spectrum, they don't die early. I haven't seen like their life expectancy being low. A lot of them do live good, healthy, long lives. So we have to do our part though to make sure they get there, and that comes with support.
It absolutely does, and we are deserving and we need it. And I want our tribe to be a place where we about to start getting it.
I love it. Well, listen, somebody may be listening at home right now that is an autism mom, or maybe even just have a resource of how they can help. Where do they go? How can they get more information or contact with you to volunteer and support?
Yeah, so the way that you can reach our tribe is you can go to Our Tribe Cincy on Facebook. We are working on a website. It's not quite up yet, but you can also reach us at info@ourtribecincy.com, and that is our email, and we are very responsive. We want all the connections. We want all the parents to be connected. We will reach back out.
The Our Tribe is the name of the Facebook group. So make sure you go and join the group. Even if you don't know like how you're feeling about it, it's a great space. I actually joined a group and love it inside. I've already went through and like reviewed some of the content. So, if you're looking for support, don't know where to go, don't know what to do next, or maybe just trying to find your baby some friends. I told my mama I got to find Kim some friends this summer because she's not about to wear me out. This is a great place where you can go and get your baby some friends, some people that they can connect with, and of course, like-minded people. Like-minded women. Is there any dads involved?
There are dads involved. There are dads. Like my husband is involved. Two of my actually all of my board members are married, and our husbands are involved as well. Like this is not just a mama thing. This is a whole family thing.
Yes, that's what it's all about. Well, I'm so excited about your organization. Please join the group Our Tribe on Facebook. Get connected. Go look it up. Do your own research and see how you can help and benefit this organization. Of course, if anything else comes up, please let me know so I can have you all back on. And I know you said you all have something coming up next month, right?
We actually do. So we have partnered with Red Bike Cincy and with Mobile for a bike series. So we're going to be outside riding together. Let me pull this over. We're going to be, it's on June 14th, the 21st, and the 28th from 5 to 7. And we're just going to be riding bikes and chilling together. So you can see that information on our Facebook page.
Please go and check it out. If you have any more questions, want to learn more, again, Our Tribe is the Facebook page. Please go log on. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. This is 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. Thank you so much again, Miss Jocelyn. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Join the tribe, Our Tribe on Facebook. Stick around, more community conversations after these messages.